Alright, so my name's Owen Duffy, and I made a level called Highrise in Mega Man Maker. And the theme for this level was kind of like a wind, sort of aerial construction site level. And one of the mechanics that I wanted to introduce early on was this like floating platform mechanic, where you have to sort of balance on this thing and land on it without falling off. And then it sort of gets more complex as more things get introduced on top of that. And this is just like the introduction of some enemies that you can fight without having to worry about anything else first. Then you have the platform again, and also have to fight enemies kind of at the same time. And then we introduce this little wind gun thing. As you can see, is very useful for shooting enemies that are kind of above you and in front of you. And that's going to be very important for this upcoming section, where you have to stay on this thing while also shooting enemies that are potentially going to attack you. And that kind of is how I taught the player to sort of make use of that weapon. And then we're also introducing this sort of aerial lift mechanic here, which is, you know, useful for getting up to places up high that you wouldn't be able to reach otherwise. And that's sort of how I force the player to use it there. They like have to use it to get up there, they can't just jump up. So the only way to progress at that point is to make sure they know how to use it by that point. And then getting a little more complicated here, using the aerial lift to rise yourself up and land on a platform. And then we're introducing the sword here and a checkpoint. And the sword is, you know, good for getting a lot of enemies that are around you. You know, it's a melee weapon. And then this is sort of the culmination of like a lot of the mechanics that the level is sort of in, or the ideas that the level is sort of introduced already. Where you have the enemies here, but you're also going to have the platform at the same time, and you're going to have to fight a lot of enemies while being on the platform for a long time. And this is sort of the hardest part before the final boss, is this sort of segment right here that goes for a while. And it's pretty hard to do without getting hit, but you can make it through while still being alive if you're, you know, playing well enough. And this is the boss room. It's the Windman boss, which kind of goes with the theme of the level. And I made this little aerial lift thing there. If you use it, you can get like a health pickup that restores your energy and health, but you have to use the item mid-fight to be able to get it, which kind of incorporates that item into the fight, which I thought was a good idea. And yeah, this boss is not super easy, even if you're using the weapon that he's weak to, which is this little tornado thing right here. It can still be tricky to try and kill him. You can use the slide to try to roll away because he tries to pull you in, but it can still be difficult. Yeah, that's my level. Called Highrise. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. That was sort of my design process going into it. And yeah, thank you.